that's the thing. Like the family practice is, um, at its core, of course, again, like I mentioned earlier, like it is, for the general Canadian citizen, it is, I'm one of my doctors, but on the other side of the table, it's really being run as a business. How much is the admin going to cost? How much is the nurse is going to cost? And then a lot of time, the spouse is the one who's actually doing the billing, right? Because again, now both parties are involved in the practice, working full time. They probably have two or three kids. So all of a sudden, yes, this physician might be making a lot of money, but they're also making a lot of money because two parties that are giving their full-time, more than full-time hours to generate this type of top line revenue. So where can, I guess, essentially physicians first financial come, and this might be not even for the physician listener here, now this might be for the spouse who's actually helping out, because the spouse is usually the office manager and, like, making sure all of the other things are done. So how can you, I guess, alleviate that time management, or free up that time for the spouse who's actually doing, I guess, essentially what you were doing for all the other physicians, and doing everything else?
So it's a great question. There's a, you would know better than I, right? But when you run a medical professional corp, you want to have dependents working for you, and they need to be doing things that are meaningful. And so claims
Mhm.
administration can fall into that umbrella really nicely. However, I have yet to find one person who really loves doing claims for their spouse, right? Like nobody
Mhm.
loves doing, you know what, everybody, I can't make it
Yeah.
to do what I can't make it to go do social activity A right now. I'm going to
Yeah.
do claims, and I'm so excited about it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm
No, said nobody ever.
right. Like, no one's ever going Netflix. Forget that. I cannot wait to go through this reconciliation. This just doesn't happen. And so, a lot of partners do it out of a sense of responsibility and wanting to make sure that they look after, their partner, because their partner's been through hell, like just hell, right? The sacrifice that a lot of couples have made to get to this place is so outstanding. No one is going to do a better job than that partner, right? Period. Doesn't even matter, right? Like they are ride or die. Like they are there. However, when you do look at something like this, all of a sudden what changes is revenue goes up, stress goes down, and the partner that's involved in the practice, they can think about doing other things. How do we focus on finding better referring physicians that send us the types of patients we love working with?
Yeah.
That's an outreach thing, and that's something that nobody ever thinks about, but is so important to a thriving practice.
If you found this clip valuable and you'd like to listen to the whole episode, then please go to Spotify or Apple or Google or wherever you like to listen to your podcasts and search for Your Rich Fulfilling Life Show for the whole episode.